stop for a moment, take a deep breath, and listen very carefully. What if I told you there is only one truth? One single realization that can silence the endless noise in your mind. Instantly you've been searching for answers, reading books, watching videos, trying to control every thought that keeps spinning inside your head. But the harder you try to control your mind, the louder it becomes. Why? Because here's the truth most people never hear. You are not your thoughts. Pause. Let that sink in. You are not your thoughts. Every idea, every fear, every image that appears in your mind is not you. They are like clouds drifting across the sky. They come, they go. They do not define you. But overthinking convinces you otherwise. It whispers your thoughts are real. It's all on you. You must figure everything out, and you believe it. You feed it until your entire life feels like one big storm. Pause. Here's the secret no one told you. The storm is not you. You are the sky. And the sky never fights the clouds. It simply allows them to pass. This is the truth that will silence instantly. The moment you stop identifying with your thoughts, their power over you disappears. Imagine this. A thought says, "What if I fail?" Before you would grab that thought, spin it in your mind, and create 1,000 scary pictures. But now, you see it for what it is. Just a thought, a passing cloud. And you say, "Thank you, mind, but you are not me." And just like that, silence begins. Pause, because overthinking is not about too many problems. It's about too much attachment. You don't suffer because of the thought itself. You suffer because you believe it. Right now, ask yourself, how many thoughts have I believed today that were never true? How many hours have you lost in scenarios that never happened? How many nights have you stayed awake fighting battles that exist only in your head? This truth, I am not my thoughts, is not just an idea, it's freedom. Because the moment you see your thoughts as separate from you, you reclaim control, not by force, but by awareness. Pause. So, whenever your mind starts spinning, remember this. You are the sky, not the storm. You are the awareness, not the noise. This is where peace begins. And this is where your life changes. Why does overthinking hold so much power over you? Why does it feel like a monster you cannot control? The answer is simple, but uncomfortable. Because you gave it permission. Pause. You believed the lie that every thought matters. You believed the illusion that your mind is your master. And so, day after day, you built a cage out of your own thinking. Every what if, every I should have, every maybe tomorrow. But it became another bar in that prison. Pause. But listen carefully. Thoughts are not facts, they are stories. Most of them, not even yours. They are echoes of other people's voices, old fears, past wounds, society's expectations. And yet, wear them like chains. Pause. What happens when you believe every thought? You stop living. You start existing only in the mind's movie theater, replaying the past, predicting the future, but never arriving in the present. And here's the paradox. The more you think, the less you live. Pause. You can plan for 1,000 futures and miss the only life that ever exists, this moment. Overthinking steals the now. It takes today hostage and gives you nothing in return but exhaustion and anxiety. You wake up tired, you go to bed tired, and in between, the mind never stops screaming. Pause. But let me ask you this. Has overthinking ever solved your biggest problems? Has it ever given you peace? No, because thinking without action is an illusion of control. It feels like progress, but it's just a trap. Pause. So what do? How do you break free? You don't fight your thoughts. You don't argue with them. You don't try to control them. You simply observe. You let them rise, you let them fall. And you remember the truth. I am not my thoughts. This is not running away. This is reclaiming your life. Because the real you is the silent witness behind every thought, the watcher, the observer, the awareness that never changes. Pause. If this sounds abstract, think of it like this. You are sitting in a cinema. Your thoughts are the movie on the screen. Sometimes it's a horror story. Sometimes it's a romantic comedy. Sometimes it's pure chaos, but you are not the screen. You are the one watching the screen. And you can choose to walk out of The theater, anytime. Pause. The greatest freedom is realizing that the movie never controlled you. You just forgot you had the choice. Now that you know the truth, you are not your thoughts. How do you live it? How do you practice it when your mind is screaming louder than ever? Pause. Here are 3 timeless principles that will help you silence overthinking and reclaim your life. First principle, awareness before reaction. Most people live in automatic mode. A thought appears, and instantly they react. But awareness breaks the chain. Next time a negative thought comes, don't fight it. Don't push it away. Just say to yourself, there is a thought. Not my thought, not this is me, just, there is a thought. Pause. When you label it as separate from you, you create space. And in that space, peace is born. Second principle, return to the body. Your mind lives in stories. What he lives in truth. When thoughts spin out of control, bring your attention back to your breath. Feel your feet on the ground. Feel the rise and fall of your chest, because your breath is always now, and overthinking cannot survive in the now. Pause. Close your eyes for a moment and breathe slowly. Feel the air entering your lungs. Feel it leaving. In this simple act, you've already escaped 1,000 unnecessary thoughts. Third principle, ask this powerful question. Is this thought useful? Not, is it true? Not, do I like it? Just, is it useful? If the answer is no, let it go, because not every thought deserves your attention. Not every mental story deserves a reaction. Pause. Life is too short to wrestle with illusions, and that's what most thoughts are, illusions dressed as truth. But here's the final piece. Silencing overthinking is not about having an empty mind. It's about having a free mind. A mind that serves you instead of enslaves you. Pause. Imagine walking through a beautiful garden. Birds are singing, flowers are blooming. But your eyes are glued to your phone. You miss the beauty around you because your mind is somewhere else. That's what overthinking does. It blinds you to life. And here's the question you must ask yourself today. Am I willing to put down the phone in my mind and finally see the garden? Pause. Because life is happening now, not tomorrow. Not after you solve every problem in your head. Now. And this truth, that you are not your thoughts, is your key to the present. It is the doorway to peace. And once you walk through it, you will never be the same. So here we are. You know the truth now. You are not your thoughts. You are the awareness behind them. Pause. But let me ask you, will you live this truth today? Or will you continue to fight shadows in your mind? Pause. Overthinking is not a life sentence, it's a habit. And habits can be broken not by force, not by fear, but by awareness and choice. Every time a thought comes, remember, I am the sky, not the storm. Let the clouds pass. And in that quiet space, you will find yourself again. Pause. One day, you will look back and realize that all the worries you carried were just smoke. They never had weight, they never had power except the power you gave them. So take that power back today, right now. Pause. Because peace is not something you search for, it is something you return to. It was always here, waiting for you. So breathe deeply, feel the stillness in this moment, and repeat after me. I am not my thoughts. I am free. Pause. If this message spoke to you, don't keep it to yourself. Share it. Someone you know is drowning in their own thoughts right now, and this truth might save them. Pause. And before you go, I'll leave you with this. Life is too short to spend it trapped in your head, so live it fully, completely, and let every thought that comes and goes remind you of one thing. You are bigger than your mind. You are life itself. Pause. Thank you for watching. And remember, the sky never fears the storm.